Now I have the honor to present the third thematical work package, which focused and dealt with the social dimension of EULAC relations. I will quickly introduce the team that worked on this topic. Right next to me is Juan Ansión from the University of Peru. And like in all the other work packages, we had like the co-leading approach, making sure that we always have Latin American and European partner leading the efforts on a specific topic. And we also had other colleagues from Latin America who can't be with us today. I'm just mentioning here Dorotea López from the University of Chile, who contributed a lot to the different reports and deliverables and the work made in the course of the project, as well as Jessica Byron-Reed from the University of West Indies, who also took a very significant role in order to secure that the perspectives of the Caribbean are included in our work. And last but not least, Silvia Fernandez, who works at the Instituto Latinoamericano, an international organization that is situated in Italy. Yeah, not to forget myself, my name is Wolfgang Haider. I work at the Center for Social Innovation in Vienna. And the things I'm going to present to you now very briefly were developed as a group effort, were set as I, together with PCUP, had the coordinating function. So I will talk to you today about three different questions that we focus on in the social dimension. First, how do we understand and approach the set social dimension of EULAC relation? Social dimension, it is a very broad field where one can subsume a lot of different things and can work in different areas. So of course we had the chance to work on this 3.5 years, so we worked on a lot of topics, but still we could not cover all, and we will give you just a short overview on what it is we focused on. Then I want to give you an insight on what were the most important issues of the social dimension in the EULAC framework. What are the key topics, what are the trends and challenges that are the two regions facing. And third, what suggestions, what actions can we develop out of this so issues and things that are going on at the moment. So to start, what was our approach, what was our understanding of the social dimension as we went into the project and as we started to deal with the different dimensions and topics that are relevant here. For us, we basically focused our work at the beginning on this very broad definition that says that social dimension alludes to the process of increasing opportunities and recognizing, in brackets, cultural differences, along with the reduction of inequality and discrimination that might be observable, for instance, in the access and the quality of public services. So you can see that, for example, we mentioned here already an orientation to the public services, which was kind of something that we started from, but then in the course of the project also looked a bit beyond, because, for example, as we know, we look at different regions here. We look at the European Union, and in our case, we also tried to look on the regional organizations existing in Latin America. So in the case of this, for example, we had multiple issues that came into play later on, for example, social inclusion, social cohesion, also rather a bit more non-traditional topics of the social dimension, like, for example, what role does territorial cohesion play in this dimension. So after doing like this broad definition, it was time to approach and get working into the field of social dimension. So we basically tried, and this is also representing the structure of the deliverables and the description of work that we came up in our proposal. We tried to focus on three different levels. First, setting the scene. What is actually there in the two regions? What are the social models? Are there social models, regional social models that can be understood? What do we have to investigate? What is also the legal basis of social policy in the two regions? Sorry. Then we try to move on to identifying the trends and challenges. For example, analyzing welfare paradigms. Do we have common principles on which welfare reforms, welfare state processes are based in Latin America and in the European Union? Also, what is going on in discourse of cooperation, what are the main paradigms shaping the cooperation between the two regions. And then we focus also on very specific topics in Transient Challenges. For example, migration and social inclusion policies. What policies are there? What kind of reforms are made? What kind of policies are implemented on a regional basis? And then we also had a look at the common actions. So what cooperation projects are actually ongoing? For example, in the area of development cooperation. Which projects have been there that focus on social progress for social inclusion, social cohesion, making societies more just and equal. We did so by taking three different, more or less three different research approaches. I will not get into detail now, but we had the three levels: concept, discourse, and cooperation, reflecting the approach in a scientific methodology, focusing, combining different methodologies, methods on how to elaborate the social dimension, doing interviews with experts, with people involved in the cooperation programs, with, for example, members of the Social Protection Committee of the European Union, trying to get to know also what do people in the European Union and in Latin America think about processes that are ongoing in the respectively other regions. So what are the interesting topics where experts think cooperation is useful from another regional perspective. So now I will try to give a very, very short overview and insight into the issues and topics that we analyzed and that we dealt with in the social dimension. First, if you remember the approach that I just showed you, the first step was setting the scene. See what is there, what is it. You saw the definition, but what does that mean when we look at the different regions? What does that mean in the case of the European Union? And it's important to see European Union here because it would be different if we look at the member states. Ramon, in his introduction, already gave a very good insight into what our understanding was of how the European Union works. So we really tried to look at what is there in terms of social policy. And when you look at the regional level, you can see that there is not really one social model in the European Union. Rather, it's a mixture of different traditions from different member states. And although there are certain provisions in certain regulations of the European Union on social issues, it's not as if we could speak from one social model in the European Union. So, as I just mentioned, there are different things where social policy issues are mentioned, for example, in the Treaty of the Functioning of the European Union, and that are really regulations, primary law, but these are very limited areas, for example, on worker rights or non-discrimination. So that was one basis we had in the European Union, but we did not stop there, but also looked beyond. We looked at other instruments existing in the European Union where social policy plays a role in a broader sense. For example, financial instruments, as for example the European Social Fund, that does a lot for social cohesion and social coherence in the European Union. Also, for example, soft law approaches like the open method for coordination or the European Pillar of Social Rights that sets targets and sets also a framework for coordinating efforts on social policy reforms. So we have here the European Union, where it's difficult to speak about one social model, and then we have to look at CELAC, where it's even more difficult. And it's it was clear from the beginning that it's going to be a challenge to look at like regional tendencies in social policy in Latin America, but nonetheless that's what we promised, so that's what we did. So it was difficult to look at the social dimension in European in Latin America from the beginning. But then, as we progressed with our work, there were a lot of different social changes, social turmoil going on in Latin American countries. So every time we finished a report, there was another situation created in Latin American countries that kind of shook the foundations of specific countries in Latin America. So this is something that was really something challenging also for our project. We tried to reflect that in the scenarios that we we built, and that I think you will get an insight later on, and that you have also in your folders. But still, that was something that that was really challenging, and yeah. So besides these national turmoils and the ups and downs of the regional integration projects in Latin America, we looked at our focus organization, CELAC, and tried to see and analyze what role the social dimension plays in CELAC, and comparing it to other regional organizations, for example, Mercosur, or and ultimately we realized that there is a lot of political will represented in the action plans and the declarations on focusing on social issues such as migration, but having the powers and the legal regulations to actually also implement these declarations and action plans is another thing. So I see that I'm already quite well advanced in the time, so I will try to be a bit quicker, but I'm sorry, it's really hard to present the 3.5 years of work in such a short time. And trends and challenges, I just picked here 4 different dimensions, where we came up with some issues that are relevant to both regions, and where further cooperation and dialogue and could be very useful. Social inclusion, migration, welfare state, and poverty. Just to pick up and give a very short selective insight, migration. There has been a dialogue on migration between the European Union and Latin America ongoing and institutionalized. But in the last year, it kind of lost some direction, lost some force. But there are many common challenges that the 2 regions are facing in the area of migration. Be it the massive immigration from Venezuela in Latin America and all the processes connected to that, or immigration to the European Union and the challenges connected to this. So I think, we think that here further cooperation and a clear and structured dialogue could really help to coordinate efforts and to learn from each other. Now we're coming to the analysis of the common actions. So when we looked at the situation, we really discovered that there are some specific initiatives where Latin American and European Union countries work together. And these are mostly situated in the realm of development cooperation. And there are also other ones, for example, the URBAL or EULAC initiatives, which also are affiliated to other policy instruments in the European Union. And what we saw in our expert consultations and in the consultation of all the people who worked and took part or were affected by these cooperation programs, the most well-known were probably the Social project, is that the European Union in Latin America is quite highly regarded as a cooperation partner, because Europe has a very long tradition in the welfare state, for example, and in specific aspects, different countries have done better than others, but there is a lot of knowledge there. And the approach of our Social being really a demand-based development cooperation instrument was something that was really well regarded by Latin American experts. But nonetheless, the focus is only and never changing on bringing knowledge from the north to the south, and that is something that we have discovered in all our studies. Although there is the embeddedment in the sustainable development goals and the discourse on equal partnership, it is still a one-sided road, so a one-way road. There is not a lot of knowledge transfer going on from the south to the north, and that is something that we suggest to change, and that is something that also the consultation with European experts, for example, the protection committee, showed us that it's necessary, because there are topics in Latin America where Latin American countries have very valuable experience on how to, for example, in the realm of intercultural social inclusion policies. There is something that where Europe and European countries can learn a lot from Latin America. So we suggest that in the future, in the new financial framework, these programs that are focused on development cooperation, that come from the soon-to-be new for-aging development instrument that will have a different look than it has now, should really take these principles of the social sustainable development goals seriously and work on an equal basis. Trying, like this has been said before, for example, by Barbara in her presentation on social dimension, also try to have knowledge sources that are maybe not so highly regarded as of now in the European Union, for example, be it like nature-based solutions in some Latin American cities contributing to sustainable urban spaces. So there's really a lot of knowledge there that where the European Union also could profit, not only Latin America and Europe. And this is basically the meta suggestion, but we also have some more specific ones trying to implement and trying to be coherent with these suggestions. For example, to set up a new social program that keeps this demand-oriented approach, but also allows for contributions from the south to the north. We have some more actions here. I will not go into detail now because you can also read them in a much more simpler way in the folders in the synthesis report that is included there. And as I see, I have spent my 15 minutes, and I thank you for your attention.